Today we're going to take a look at something special. It's called the WRX, and it is nothing short of a rally car for the road. Now you might be thinking, that hood scoop, it's just for looks, right? Not so. Subaru only puts hood scoops on cars that feature intercoolers, and an intercooler means turbocharging. That's right, this car is a 4-cylinder boxer motor with a turbocharger. It puts out 268 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. And because that turbo is a twin scroll, yeah, that torque comes on really fast. Now in this particular car, it's connected to a 6-speed manual transmission, and it powers all 4 wheels. That's right, it features Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive. Now, because this is a manual, that means that the power split is an even 50-50. On the automatic, it shuffles power around a little bit more. But what that means is that you get a car that has predictable, even, and intense all-wheel drive power in all situations. Just because it's fast and it looks a little furious doesn't mean that they've skimped on the interior. Let's take a look. In the back seat, plenty of room for friends. Look at that, lots of leg room. The trunk is accessible with a push of a button. Inside you'll find plenty of room, and there's even a 60-40 split with the seats if you need more. Under here lies a small storage area, and beneath that is a spare tire and a jack. The WRX we're driving today is a limited. That means it includes leather trim. As equipped, you're looking at $30,790, including destination. So this newest generation of WRX is way better than the old ones. First off, the dash plastics, very nice soft touch. You also have this carbon fiber inlay. Now let's go ahead and turn it on and take a look at the rest. The gauge clusters are illuminated in a very sporty manner, and in the middle is actually a color display that gives me a lot of information about what gear I'm in, current MPGs, and status of doors and stuff. Now up here we have the stereo system, which is a traditional unit. It does have XM and HD radio though, and it'll also play MP3s and WMAs. Above that is the more interesting screen. Here's a little controller, and I can go between clock, my current radio setup, I can see my MPGs, and I can also chart out my gallons over time. And the more interesting one is one that shows my current steering wheel position. It also shows how power is distributed through the symmetrical all-wheel drive system. If I keep on going, I can see other displays. And then this is my favorite, we have the boost gauge, which shows the current status of the turbocharger. The transmission on this particular car is a 6-speed manual. Now the manual transmissions use a locked 50-50 on power distribution. You can also now, for the first time, get the WRX with a CVT transmission. It uses paddle shifters, and it is actually like one of the best CVTs ever. I drove it when this vehicle was first launched, and I was really impressed. However, the purist always goes for the 6-speed manual. Below that, we have seat warmers, pretty nice. And then we have back here aux power and USB for iPhones or Windows Phone or whatever you happen to have. Now the steering wheel is leather stitched. The aircon is very straightforward. It has large dials that have really a nice click to them. Feels like metal on the surrounds. So that's enough chatting about the WRX. Let's take it for a drive and see how it all comes together. The WRX has historically been based on a rally car concept. Because of that, the suspension was on the soft side, which is appropriate for dirt stages. For 2015, Subaru has focused the WRX on tarmac. That means it's lower and more rigid, with enough dampening to make the ride comfortable, while at the same time providing excellent performance and driver feedback. The new flat-4 turbo engine produces a lot of power, so you need to be holding on when it hits. Because it's a twin-scroll turbo, that means power comes fast, around 2,500 RPM, and it holds solid to almost redline. It's a far cry from the turbo-laggy WRXs of yesterday. Economy is also improved, with up to 28 miles to the gallon on the highway, 21 city. Starting at only $27,000, the 2015 WRX is a bold and brilliant update that secures its place as one of the best sports sedans available today. I'm Ryan Douthit, thanks for watching. To learn more about the Subaru WRX, visit AutoNation.com today.